Welcome to While We Were Distracted, the podcast where we explore topics that often get overshadowed in the rush of daily life.
You ever get that feeling like some numbers just kind of have a vibe?
Oh, yeah.
Today's deep dive is all about one of those.
Okay.
It's all about the number 7.
7.
And trust me, this goes way beyond like lucky dice rolls.
Right.
We're tackling excerpts from Helena Blavatsky's The Secret Doctrine.
Okay.
Not exactly light reading,
Yeah.
but it offers a really alternative perspective on human history and evolution.
Yeah, it's a fascinating blend of ancient wisdom and, cosmology. It weaves this narrative that spans from the very dawn of life to the rise and fall of entire civilizations.
Oh, wow.
And we'll be using a summary alongside the excerpts to help us navigate, the denser parts.
Perfect. Because I'm already intrigued.
Yeah.
So what's the big takeaway here?
What?
Why should our listener even care about the number 7 or this, secret doctrine?
By the end of this deep dive, you'll see how 7 pops up in astronomy,
Oh.
science, magic,
Oh, wow.
and even world religions.
Okay.
We'll unpack why it's considered sacred across so many traditions and whether there's a deeper meaning behind its constant reappearance.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
So let's unpack this secret doctrine a bit.
Okay,
From what I gather, it presents a pretty radical view of human history?
absolutely. Imagine human evolution.
Okay,
But not just physically.
Okay.
Blavatsky talks about spiritual evolution,
right.
happening across vast cycles of time. It's a
Yeah.
multi-stage process where humanity progresses through these distinct root races, each with their own unique characteristics and a kind of destiny.
Root races.
Yeah,
That sounds intense.
it's a lot.
So where does the number 7 fit into all of this?
Well, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay,
The book has this whole section called The Mysteries of the Hebdomad,
okay,
which is basically a fancy way of saying mysteries of the number 7.
okay.
And it specifically delves into how this number shows up in, you guessed it, astronomy,
Uh-huh.
science, and magic.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah?
Astronomy, science, and magic.
Yeah.
That's a pretty wild combo.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
Blavatsky is saying this isn't just some random coincidence.
Okay,
She argues that the number 7 reflects this fundamental principle
okay.
that governs the universe,
Mhm.
a kind of cosmic blueprint that repeats across different levels of existence.
A blueprint.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hooked.
All right.
Give me an example.
Okay.
How does this cosmic blueprint play out in astronomy?
Think about it.
Okay,
Ancient cultures were obsessed with the night sky.
right?
They observed the movements of celestial bodies and noticed patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And the number 7 was incredibly significant to them,
Okay.
especially regarding those celestial bodies.
You're talking about the 7 classical planets visible to the naked eye.
Right.
The Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn.
Yeah,
Each day of the week is even named after one of them.
exactly.
It's fascinating how much those ancient observations still impact our lives today.
It really is.
Yeah.
And this fascination wasn't just limited to one culture.
Okay.
You see similar associations in Babylonian, Greek, Roman, and even Hindu traditions.
Interesting.
The number 7 became this universal way to understand and organize time in the cosmos.
Mhm.
It was like a key to understanding the universe.
Wow.
Yeah.
That makes you wonder if there's something more to the number 7.
Right.
Some deeper meaning that transcends cultures and time periods.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Blavatsky would argue there is.
Okay.
The secret doctrine suggests that the number 7 embodies a universal principle that manifests in both the material and spiritual realms.
Mhm.
And she goes beyond astronomy,
Okay.
connecting the 7 to science as well.
Okay, I have to ask,
Yeah.
how does a number,
Uh-huh.
even when it's symbolically potent as 7,
Right.
connect to science?
It's less about the number itself
Okay.
and more about what it represents.
Okay.
A fundamental order, a structure that underpins reality.
Okay.
Blavatsky points to examples like the 7 planes of existence,
Okay.
the 7 principles of nature,
Uh-huh.
and even 7 stages of human development.
So it's like she's saying there's this hidden code,
Yeah.
this 7-based pattern
Uh-huh.
that repeats throughout the natural world.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it ties back to those root races we mentioned earlier.
Right.
Blavatsky suggests each root race represents a distinct stage in this grand evolutionary process,
Okay.
guided by the number 7.
This is starting to sound like something those ancient alchemists would have been obsessed with.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Aren't they also fascinated by the number 7?
Alchemy, that blend of science, philosophy, and spirituality,
Mhm.
was deeply intertwined with the number 7.
Interesting.
They saw it reflected in the 7 metals known at the time:
Oh, really?
gold, silver, mercury, copper, iron, tin, and lead.
Wow.
Alchemists believed that understanding those metals and their properties held the key to both material and spiritual transformation.
So it wasn't just about turning lead into gold,
Right.
but about transforming the self.
Exactly.
It's amazing how this concept of transformation keeps popping up.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what's so captivating about the secret doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
It constantly challenges us to consider these bigger picture connections and deeper meanings.
Right.
Blavatsky didn't just stop at astronomy and science.
Okay.
She also explored how the number 7 features in magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
This deep dive just keeps getting more intriguing.
Right.
Yeah, what's the connection between 7 and magic?
Well, remember how magic is all about understanding and manipulating the forces of nature.
Right.
Many magical systems throughout history have incorporated the number 7 into their practices and beliefs,
Interesting.
viewing it as a key to unlocking those forces.
Okay, I need specifics.
Okay.
Give me an example of how magical traditions use the number 7.
Many traditions believe in 7 planetary spirits or intelligences,
Okay.
associated with, you guessed it,
The planet.
the 7 classical planets.
Wow.
They incorporated these planetary spirits into rituals and invocations, hoping to harness their specific energies and influences.
So it's like Mars might be invoked for courage.
Yeah,
And Venus for love.
exactly.
That's fascinating.
And it goes beyond planets.
Okay.
Think about the 7 chakras in Hindu and Buddhist traditions.
Right.
Those energy centers along the spine.
Uh-huh.
Each chakra is associated with specific qualities and functions.
Right.
And balancing them is essential for well-being.
It's incredible how this number keeps appearing in such diverse systems.
Yeah.
Astronomy, science, alchemy, magic. It's like it truly is a universal code.
And that's what Blavatsky wanted us to see.
Yeah.
But hold on, because the secret doctrine also dives into some very specific interpretations of 7,
Okay.
like the 7 souls of the Egyptologists.
Wow.
Get ready for a deep dive into ancient Egyptian beliefs.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. The ancient Egyptians had this, fascinatingly complex view of the soul.
Okay.
Forget this idea of a single soul. They believe it was composed of multiple parts,
Mm-hmm.
7 to be exact.
7 souls.
Yeah.
Wow. That really flips the script on what most of us probably think about the soul.
Right.
Tell me more.
Okay.
What were these 7 souls
Oh.
and what do they represent?
According to the secret doctrine, they were called Ka, Ba, Haba, Aku, Sahu, Sechem, and Kut,
Wow. Okay.
each with its own unique function and purpose both in life and the afterlife.
Okay, those are some pretty intriguing names.
Yeah.
What did each of these souls actually do?
Well, imagine the Ka as your spiritual twin,
Okay.
a vital force that's with you from birth,
Uh-huh.
and even journeys on after death.
Wow.
The Ba is often depicted as a bird,
Okay.
representing the soul's ability to travel between different realms.
Interesting.
And then there's the Kava,
Mm-hmm.
which is tied to your physical body and its shadow.
So it's like these first 3 souls
Yeah,
are all connected to our physical existence in some way.
exactly.
What about the other 4?
Well, the Aku is something special.
Okay.
It's the radiant, transformed spirit that emerges after death.
Okay.
Think of it as your highest self,
Mm-hmm.
the essence of who you truly are.
That's a beautiful concept.
And the Sahu
Yeah, the soft
is
area.
fascinating because it's described as having the power to travel to the stars.
To the stars.
Yeah.
Wow.
It suggests a connection between our souls and the cosmos,
Okay.
hinting at possibilities that go beyond our earthly understanding.
Okay, so that's 5 souls down.
Yeah.
What about the last 2?
All right, the second.
Come in the cut.
The second represents your life force,
Okay.
the raw power that animates your being.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, the Kut is linked to the physical body's decomposition,
Okay.
reminding us that even in death, there's a natural process of transformation taking place.
You know, hearing about these 7 souls
Yeah.
makes me think about all the different facets of myself,
Mm-hmm.
the different roles I play in life.
Yeah.
It's like each soul represents a unique aspect of our being,
Right.
working together to create the whole.
Exactly. The
Wow.
Egyptians weren't just talking about some abstract spiritual concept.
Right.
They saw the soul as an integral part of human existence,
Mhm.
something that's interwoven with our physical lives and continues to evolve even after death.
It's incredible how much depth and complexity ancient cultures attributed to the soul.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It really challenges our modern, often simplified view.
Absolutely.
And the secret doctrine reminds us that these ancient beliefs often hold profound insights that we can still learn from today.
Right.
But it's not just the Egyptians.
Oh, really?
Blavatsky draws parallels between this concept of multiple souls and other traditions as well.
Are there other cultures that had similar beliefs about the soul having different parts?
Yes, for instance, in ancient Greece,
Okay.
you had the idea of the psyche
Right.
being divided into nous, the phumos, and the eros,
Interesting.
representing mind, emotion, and desire.
Wow.
And in Hinduism, there's the concept of the five koshas,
Okay.
or sheaths that surround the Atman,
Mm-hmm.
or the true self.
It seems like this idea of the soul being multifaceted is a recurring theme across various cultures and time periods.
It is, and it suggests that maybe our modern understanding of the soul is a bit too simplistic.
Right.
Perhaps there's more to us than meets the eye,
Okay.
more layers to our being than we realize.
That's a pretty profound thought.
Yeah,
It makes you wonder what we might discover if we delve deeper into our own inner worlds.
exactly. And that's one of the things the secret doctrine encourages us to do, to explore the mysteries within ourselves,
Right.
as well as those in the universe around us.
Okay, so we've covered astronomy,
Yeah.
science, magic,
Uh-huh.
ancient Egyptian beliefs about the soul,
Right.
and even hints of similar concepts in other cultures.
Exactly.
It's amazing how the secret doctrine weaves together these diverse threads,
Yeah.
all connected by the symbolism of the number 7.
Right.
But what about the big picture?
Okay.
How does all of this fit into Blavatsky's overall message?
Well, remember how we talked about Blavatsky's critique of conventional science?
Yes.
Especially when it comes to human evolution.
Right.
That's where things get really interesting, and where this idea of root races becomes crucial to understanding her point.
All right, let's get into it.
Okay.
How does the secret doctrine challenge the traditional scientific narrative of human evolution?
Well,
All right, so we've got the secret doctrine presenting this alternative view of human evolution,
right.
with root races spanning vast cycles of time.
Mm-hmm.
How does that square with what science tells us about our origins?
Well, that's where Blavatsky throws down the gauntlet.
Okay.
She argues that the scientific timeline based on fossil evidence and dating methods is incomplete
Okay.
and even misleading.
So it's not just that she disagrees with the timeline,
Right.
but she thinks the evidence itself is being misinterpreted.
Exactly. Blavatsky suggests that those fossils we see might not be direct ancestors,
Okay.
but rather offshoots on the evolutionary tree, branches that led to dead ends, so to speak.
Okay.
She's proposing that true human evolution,
Okay.
the kind that involves spiritual growth and the unfolding of consciousness, happened on a much grander scale than science currently acknowledges.
So it's not just about bones and fossils.
Right.
It's about the evolution of consciousness itself.
Exactly.
And this is where those root races come in, right?
Yes.
Each one marking a distinct stage in that grand evolutionary journey.
Precisely. And those stages, according to Blavatsky, stretch back millions of years.
Millions.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a pretty bold claim.
It is.
But if she's not relying on fossils and traditional dating methods,
Yeah.
what evidence does she offer to support this alternative timeline?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Blavatsky turns to those sources that science often dismisses,
Okay.
ancient texts,
Uh-huh.
myths, and legends from around the world.
Interesting.
She argues that within these stories,
Okay.
often considered mere folklore,
Right.
lie hidden truths about human origins and the evolution of consciousness.
It's like she's treating these ancient tales as historical records,
Yeah.
even if they're veiled in symbolism and allegory.
Right.
Is that what she means when she talks about lost continents and civilizations?
You're on the right track. Blavatsky mentions giants, civilizations, and submerged continents,
Wow.
places lost to the depths of time,
Mm-hmm.
but hinted at in those very myths and legends.
Okay.
She suggests that these civilizations played a significant role in human development,
Okay.
possessing knowledge and technology that we can barely fathom today.
It's almost like those stories of Atlantis
Yeah,
and other lost worlds suddenly become more than just fantasy.
right.
Yeah.
And Blavatsky doesn't shy away from the idea that these civilizations might have met their demise because of their own hubris.
Oh, wow.
Their stories, she suggests, serve as a warning for modern humanity.
Okay.
A reminder that technological advancement without spiritual growth can lead to downfall.
It's a powerful message,
It is.
especially in our current age of rapid technological change.
Absolutely. The secret doctrine challenges us to think about human evolution not just as a physical process, but
Mhm.
as a journey of consciousness, one that has been unfolding for eons and involves both triumphs and setbacks.
So where does this all leave us?
Wow.
We've explored the secret doctrine, this
Yeah.
fascinating, challenging work that weaves together astronomy, science, magic,
Uh-huh.
ancient wisdom,
Right.
and even a critique of conventional thinking.
Yeah.
What's the key takeaway you hope our listener walks away with?
I'd say it's the secret doctrine isn't about blindly accepting everything Blavatsky says.
Okay.
It's about opening ourselves up to different perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
questioning what we think we know,
Right.
and recognizing that there might be more to reality than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with her conclusions or not,
Right.
the journey of exploring these ideas can be incredibly enriching.
It certainly has been for me. I feel like I've learned so much.
Yeah.
not just about the secret doctrine itself,
Mm-hmm.
but about the power of symbolism,
Right.
the enduring fascination with the number 7,
Mm.
and the importance of questioning the narratives we've been given.
Exactly. It's about cultivating a sense of wonder and curiosity,
Right.
a willingness to delve into the mysteries that surround us.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe in the process we'll discover something new about ourselves and the universe we inhabit.
This has been a truly incredible deep dive. Thank you for joining us as we explored the secret doctrine and the ever-present, ever-enigmatic number 7.
My pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep those minds open to the wonders that await.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for the next episode on While We Were Distracted.